Are we live?
We're live.
Oh shit!
You're real quiet.
Is one second. Let me fix my audio. Is that better, Thomas?
Now it's just peaking.
Fuck.
What you need to do is turn it back down, move the mic closer to you.
Or is that better? No, still peaking. Yeah.
Welcome to the Vaping Iwi, where we sort the audio bugs out after we go live.
Or during the show.
Now you're real quiet.
Dude, it's like literally right next to my face.
I know, but you're still fairly quiet.
Okay, is that better? Is that
a little bit more up?
How about now?
Hello.
Oh.
All right. What is up? What is up? Hurrah, everybody.
I'm really warm right now. Which means it's almost time to go into the beer fridge and grab another beer.
Mate, it is so hot here, and I'm in a garage, so like it's even hotter. Oh, come on, tell me we're live.
We are definitely live. I'm looking at us right now. It is kind of buffering on my end, though. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Welcome to the Vaping Iwi, where we sort the audio bugs.
It is exceptionally warm today. Okay, is that better? Is that
a little bit more up?
How about now?
Hello.
Oh.
All right, sorry, I was like real quiet on my stream as well. So, Cameron, what's new? What's up? What's fresh, my dude?
I don't know, but holy shit, I'm super hot tonight.
I'm sweating, mate, already. I've only just come in here.
Yeah,
I think it's you.
Like an hour. Not much, Tom. There's only one thing new for me, and it is in my
your pants. What?
I literally got home, and it's probably not going to pick it up because green screen, blue.
What is it? No, it's picking it up.
Yes. So is it going to pick up the?
There you go. Yep.
Heck. The 528 custom Squonk. Shout out to Graham out there if you are watching, my dude. Thank you for hooking that up. Really, really good. Been using it all day. I'm literally just grabbing bottles of juice out of my bag because
you're going real quiet again, eh?
It's probably because I keep moving the microphone so that I don't hit my microphone whilst I zip up a bag. And also my phone is going up because this is how professional the Vaping Iwi is live.
Bear in mind, guys, there is a delay of about 60 seconds between the actual live feed and what we're actually saying. That's why there's a delay in the chat as well.
It is pissing down with rain here, Tom. What the fuck, Dave? Can you send some down our way? Because I will literally go stand outside, get butt-ass naked.
It's actually like unbearable here. I'm like fucking super muggy.
Dude, you can see the glow on my skin from these lights. Like,
it's not from the lights. That's just your heavenly glow.
I'm saturated in moisture.
That's what she said.
Moist like a talent. Okay, so this evening, guys, we do have a little bit of a chill one. Both Tom and myself are going to do a quick little recap on the year.
Our favorites from the year, yeah, basically. Which I don't have any of mine in front of me.
Neither.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Oh, I just dropped my Squonk bottle. I'm actually literally just about to set up the 528 Squonk.
Stop setting it up.
I want to play with it whilst on the show because I.
All right, what are you vaping? What are you vaping right now? Like
so
here and now.
Right this second, I am about to throw a battery inside the dot mod Squonk with the Haku. And that is shit. I just dropped my bottle of relativity. Triggered. And that is some Yogi original granola.
Granola.
That shit's fucking amazing. And the legit mods with the Goon 1.5, which really should be on top of the Goon 528 customs box.
It should.
I'm running some high drip it's probably not going to pick that up because green screen. But high drip, blood orange and pineapple kind of reminds me of like a a summer's night, kind of a what do you call it, fruity tropical snow kind of flavor. And then I am actually going in between that and illicit. In the 528 Squonk.
Give me that bottle. Now.
Dreams are free. Dreams are free.
Hookers ain't. Is that all you're vaping?
That is it, man. I'm cutting it back tonight.
All right. I am vaping on the Tug tube with the Comp Life on top with some Yogi original Garnola, as Cam would say.
Granola.
And then I've got some Beard Pink in the Air Max Power. Which I just
V8 stick on steroids.
Mate, it's not even a V8 stick on steroids. I think it's honestly the epitome of a starter kit. Like, this is the epitome of a starter kit. 5,000 milliamp hours. We'll go more into that in a couple minutes, but
couple six, like Tom's Love Life.
Oh, hey, the clouds.
Damn.
And the flavor, dude. Oh, that flavor. It's pure flavor, eh?
I'm kind of tempted. I might pick one up tomorrow if I've got time.
What I really like is this childproof cap. The fact that you have to push it down to turn it, and it's actually quite tough.
Yeah, she has a tight little
I keep trying to go like this, though. Can they just make the next iteration of this with a button on the bottom? I'd love
a starter kit with a mech button.
Yeah, but I would love like a exactly like this. Buttons on the bottom, you know, like 55 watts, 5,000 milliamp hours. Everything's the same, button on the bottom. Oh, that would just satisfy me so much.
Oh, and before I forget to mention, the other thing I'm dripping on, Yeasty Boys.
Yeasty Boys.
I just,
sponsored by.
But they are definitely going to see. I need to get some Winter Blast.
See,
we do have it at work.
Winter Blast is my favorite. I picked up a 100ml bottle from Vape Day. Oh, that disappeared so quickly, and it was so fucking delicious. So fucking delicious. It's exactly my type of vape. So good. Good taste. Very nice. Very clean. Very chill.
So I'm just checking my batteries for next before I pop them in. That's one thing you have to watch out with this 528.
Right. Well, before we delve into our favorites of the year and all that kind of stuff, there'll be favorite juices, favorite RDA, favorite tube, favorite.
Ooh,
No. We'll go favorite mech all around. Which
excluding
I'm sure you know
Squonk.
which one's mine.
Excluding Squonk.
Yeah, and then favorite Squonk, favorite RTA, and then favorite tank, I guess we can go into, which
RTA.
we don't really go into tanks much, but anyway.
Not pre-made, but RTA, yeah.
Well, I go through pre-mades as well quite often. But anyway, before we do all that, I'm just quickly going to dive into this. So it is 28 mils, so it is a bit thicker than your standard starter kit, so it's quite a big one. That's what she said. TM. It has a 510 drip tip that's not a 510 drip tip, so it's got like inverse 510, which is a bit annoying, which means that if you want to put anything else on there, you're pretty much stuck with what's on there at the time of purchase. I'm sure you could find something like a...
Would the recoil tip fit?
No, recoil tip is too wide, but a dot mod drip tip might, don't quote me.
Might need to try that.
Like the typical standard dot mod ones. The airflow is top airflow. It manages to get to the bottom of the coil via these three massive pipes, which are on each side. So it's actually quite an enjoyable experience. Because of that, in theory, this is leak-proof. As we all know, gravity, basically, in a bottom airflow tank, gravity basically pushes the liquid down, in which case comes out the air holes, which is a pain in the ass. But hey, you know, can't be perfect. What I like about it, glass goes all the way down to the actual mod itself. The tank does come off fairly easily. My one gripe, and this is my only gripe about this kit, is that you don't have an adapter to put this tank on a different mod. That would be really nice, because it is actually a really good tank. Really good flavor, really nice clouds at 55 watts. Yeah, I would put something like this on my endo, but hey, whatever. The bottom basically has this pin in the middle and no 510. It comes with an adapter to turn this into a 510 normal adapter, normal mod as well. So if you need to use anything else on there, you can. The refill is quite easy. All you do is you push down, and then twist to open it, and then it'll start opening, and you kind of have to keep catching it until a certain point, and then it all comes off. And I refocus, all comes off, and then you got your standard kidney ports at the top. You just fill it through there. Basically, the way this is held on is through the actual coil head. The coil head goes at the top and the bottom between the two. It's got O-rings to hold it in place. And that's how your actual top threads on. The safety mechanism, I believe, is built into this top bit here, which it is. That top bit there. Which is quite nice. I reckon it's a fairly good starter kit. 5,000, not 3,000, not 2,000, 5,000 milliamp hour battery on this little beastie. So that should get you... Man. Yeah, that should get you vaping through a full day. No issues at all, no matter who you are. So far, I've only tried it with the stock tank, which does a 0.15 at 50, the full 55 watts, and obviously the wattage goes down as the battery life does. And then I've used the Sherman 28mm RTA on here with a 0.2, and it vaped a dream as well. It was quite nice.
And you damn Sherman, so jealous, man. Get a Manta. Yeah, dude. Lawrence, I'm contemplating a Manta at the moment. I've been eyeing one up since old Mr. Nixon was posting them, and I'm super tempted. But
so, Cameron, to start off things,
yes, Thomas.
I think we should leave favorite juice for last.
Fuck, I don't even know my favorite juices yet, man. It's been so much juice.
Autofire? Not yet. Autofire. Not yet.
Any misfire issues either? From what I've seen, the buttons seems to be freaking really nice. They are quite clicky for what they are as well.
Very clicky.
I did witness one getting set up today at work, and I was like, damn. So
5
tempted.
on, 5 off.
Yeah.
White LED around the button, which is real nice. Red. It like, as you fire it, it like fades in. Oh, it doesn't like, you know, straight white light.
Straight up, yeah.
All right. So, we'll leave favorite juice for last. What would you like to start on? Let's go favorite regulated mod of the year.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So far this year, I've tried so many fucking regulated mods, it's not even funny, as we all do. Well, as a lot of us do. By far, my favorite...
Let's be honest.
My favorite this year, in terms of regulated, non-squonk, non-anything else, just a regulated device.
A general consumer can get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is very, very, very close between the RX Gen 3 and the Captain PD270. Captain PD270 because of the 2700 dual battery, and the RX Gen 3 because of the 3 18650s, and it's finally an RX that's done right, in my opinion.
This is what I was... One second, let me move the microphone back in.
Yeah.
This is exactly... Obviously, they can't see it because green screen, but the RX Gen 3 would have to win it for me personally. Also, feel free to throw your comments in there as well on best regulated mod.
Yeah.
But I do like my Captain. I do like a lot of my regulated devices. But battery life on this son of a bitch
can't be beaten.
I was getting 3 days at 100 watts with a point. I think it was a 0.15 or 0.16.
But for me, the only downside, so the only con I can find about the RX Gen 3 is the fact that it only fires down to a 0.1. It doesn't go to a 0.05 like the Captain. Not that, you know, we should all be vaping at that low, but it's a question of like if you have a 0.09 build and you want to check the resistance or pre-fire it or anything like that, you're basically stuffed. Like you have to have another regulated mod in order to pre-fire.
And that's where you grab your hustler, Tom.
Yeah, you DNA device or Captain PD270, which fires down to a 0.05.
Also, close contender for me would actually be this bad boy right here.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about the Revenger.
The Revenger was another standout, especially for a dual battery.
Bypass as well.
Bypass mode, 0.05, 0.06. You know, that's plenty.
Kind of ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, I witnessed, I believe it was a 0.04 being fired on one, and it worked. So
even though it shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Oh, there's Yogi in here too. Oh, dude, best juice is gonna be fucking hard.
Yeah. I've already got mine lined up anyway.
I
Which will be a
don't.
bit of a
I really
shock.
don't.
So RDAs we're gonna do in two separate classes. We're gonna do best squonking RDA and best RDA because they're two different classes. I'd have to say we'll start off with Squonk RDA. I'd have to say hands down. You know what I'm gonna say. Hands down, the Haku. Hands down.
Okay, I agree. But let's do a Squonk RDA that anybody
Single
can pick
coil.
up.
Single coil
Anybody
and dual
can
coil.
keep. Anybody can buy. That
Yeah.
you don't have to go on a list for.
Okay, if I was to pick best squonking RDA that anybody could buy, no lists, dual coil capable, big coils, normal 24 mil, I'd have to go Icon RDA. Hands down.
Yeah.
I've had such a great experience with the Icon on the dot squonk. That or the recoil. But then the recoil is my favorite RDA of the year.
RDA,
so,
yeah, same. I've been using it in both, so...
Yeah, so the one that stands out to me, single coil, that not many people can get, and it's really hard to get, and it's very pricey, is the Haku.
Yeah,
The flavor,
I love my Haku, man.
the flavor on the Haku, man, you just can't beat it. It brings out flavors in your juice that you've not experienced before. It makes juices taste very, very different. The biggest example of that I can find is the Sub-Zero from iVape Australia, which we love. Know and love. Basically, in a normal RDA, it tastes like airwaves, like fresh, fresh as fuck.
Straight to the throat. Yeah.
But in the Haku, you can really distinguish the different flavors in it, and it's not as in your face coolness. It's more flavorsome.
It's quite like for the Haku, it's very complex. Like for a menthol juice, it's super complex. I don't know how they did it, but there's so many different variants and different layers. And
there's some eucalyptus in there as well.
Yeah.
So it's that you get that eucalyptus taste to it, which is really nice. Really flavorsome. But other juices as well, man. Like the Haku, the build deck, it to me just seems real nice. Whether it's a Phenom or the Cruiser. The Phenom of the Cruiser on the Haku, both of them to me are very satisfactory. I've got plenty of room for a coil in there, single coil. And I've
seen people throw jewels in there, bro.
Yeah. And like there's a lot of people using high resistance builds, so like 0.2, 0.3, so on. My experience with it so far has been a 0.1, 0.15. And I found the key to that is lowering your coil as low as you can go. Basically, push it as far down as possible, and then that gets rid of the heat. But yeah, that's the one that really stood out for me. I don't know about you, but for me.
Yeah, flavor-wise, definitely. I mean, general consumer, it would... Fuck, that's hard. It would definitely, honestly, most likely be either the Icon... Or I did put the Goon 1.5 in Squonk for a bit. Airflow wise, with the lower build would be the Goon. Flavor plus, good clouds, broke clouds would be the Icon. So obviously it comes down to what you're wanting.
Yeah, which style you vape, basically.
Yeah. And I found like 0.3 on the Haku fucking amazing. Recoil comes with a Squonk pin. No, it does not come with a Squonk pin. But,
it's been answered already.
Sweet. Also, definitely looking at picking up a Bonza.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Bonza as well.
I just don't like the posts at the bottom. That's the only thing that kind of grabs me, the clamps.
Yeah. So from there, I think we should move progressively to favorite RDA that's come out this year.
Recoil
and
Rebel.
I've fucking bought heaps. Hands down, Recoil Rebel.
Yeah.
Flavor,
I've had clouds.
Yeah. I've had a set of Fraples in there for 8.5 months now, and they still taste so good from day one as they do now.
I've still got the same set of Stage Series jugs you sent me. Fuck, how long ago was that? 6 months?
A while ago, yeah.
Still in the Recoil on top of the Outlaw box. I haven't used them in a while, which reminds me I need to give them a clean out.
Yeah.
Lawrence, I have not used an Aura, but what I've
Nor have
seen
I.
from the Aura, it looks really, really promising. I'm not a big fan of bottom airflow. The one that I'm
Nor
looking
am I.
at the moment that's going to be out January, February is going to be the Iconic RDA from
Yeah.
Mike Vapes. That looks like something I could get down
If
with
it's
deep
if
as
it's
well.
anything like the first Icon, I mean, I know it's completely different. The deck's different. Everything's different. But if it's anything that's as satisfying as the Icon,
yeah.
it's gonna be a good one.
Oh, that beer. Oh my god. If Tim's in the chat, Tim, you understand Yeasty Boys, dude.
So from there, natural progression, let's go into RTA. Now, this one's gonna be a bit of a fuck around, not really, but I mean, there's just real close shit.
Yeah, there's so many, like, for me, the Procore remix was a spotlight. Same with the Kyland, both the Emmet 22, the Emmet 25. Yeah, there's so many RTAs that I've owned this year. Even including the Aromizer and the Mudfather. You know, we got those at the start of the year. Hey Tom, hey, it's just a floating French boy. But there's so many to choose from, man. I don't know what. Like, fuck, that's such a hard one. The Procore remix was definitely up there, just because of the versatility of it. But probably my number. Oh, sorry, just get a Snapchat. Probably my number one this year. I know you haven't tried it. I doubt you probably will. I'm coming closer, Tom. I doubt you probably will though, Tom. The Kylan by Vanny Vapes. If this had been about 4 weeks from now, I'd probably be saying the Berserker MTL tank that's on its way. Because I've kind of gone back to mouth to lung more than anything.
For flavor, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's been a real close one, so I'd have to say the Sherman takes it straight away. And then close second would be the Modfather RTA or the Procore Remix, just because of the versatility and the fact that the flavor in RTA mode is pretty much the same as the RDA. So you're getting immense flavor, but in a compact sort of form factor, and the versatility again. RTA, RDA, and then normal sub-ohm tank as well, all in one, little package, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. You guys recommend the Milo 300 over the Crown 3? No, I'd never tried the Milo 300, but I have dealt with a couple at work. For me personally, I love my Crown 3. It doesn't get much use, but it's definitely, if I had to recommend a pre-made coil tank to someone right this second, it would be the Crown 3.
Yeah, I've tried both quite heavily. I've tried the Milo 300. A mate of mine has one. Definitely the Crown 3, just for flavor. I think it's just a little bit cleaner flavor. I mean, cleaner flavor. What the fuck does that mean? But
there is a little bit of break-in time with the coils.
Yeah,
we can't deny that, but the flavor after that break-in period is just fucking astounding for a pre-made.
Just real clean flavor. And that's where we go into tanks. So because we're not massive tank users, and like this year,
I used a bit this year.
Nothing this year has stood out to me that's come out and I'm like, ooh, I want one of those. I've heard a lot of positive things about the Valerian. Like insanely positive.
I tried one the other day. Flavor is on par, if not a little bit better than the Crown 3.
Yeah, and that's where for me pre-made of the year probably goes to the Crown 3 and the Procore Remix as well. The flavor on the Procore Remix, the fact that you can put a V8 coil in there and it tastes even better than a V8, definitely does it for me.
Sarah, yes, you can indeed. I do mouth to lung a 0.09 very often, including on the Goon, which is probably the most wide open unit I own. But yeah, mouth to lung can be done on most tanks. But it's more about having that restrictive hit, so I don't have to act like it's a restrictive hit, if that makes sense. I'd prefer it to actually be restrictive, so I have to use it like it's restrictive, rather than using something that's open and trying to mouth tongue it.
If you're meaning going to a 200-watt device, then you're pretty much, you know, like the Crown 3 is using like 75 watts, 80, 90 max. So you're going to get better battery life out of your mod for sure. But you're still going to get flavor for days. The next step up, I mean, from a Crown 3 would definitely be a Vapourium. If you can get your hands on one, which they're everywhere anyway. They're definitely an even higher pre-made coil tank. Or go for something like the Procore Remix, where you've got pre-made coils if you want, or you can swap it over to an RTA or an RDA if you want even more flavor, even more clouds. If you build something that's capable of going up to 150, 160 watts, you'll be happy. It's got more than enough airflow to accommodate it.
See, but then also on that, me personally, anything over 100, I need to get closer again. God damn it.
You do.
Me personally, like going over 100 watts, I find the flavor on certain juices, not all juices, does diminish. Mainly the fruits for me. I find a lot of the what do you call it? The kind of desserty, almost like granola bar. Granola bar for me spotlights at between 110 and 150.
Or if you're using a mechanical mod, granola shines on series.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Or a lowish tube build. But yeah, we'll not go into that. I agree with you, definitely. Like, certain fruits do fade off. There's only one that I've kind of found that kind of sticks to itself at higher temperatures, which will be my favorite juice of the year, which we'll go into a little bit later. Are we still green? Yes, we're green.
Yes, we are. I lost my bottle of relativity, and I'm really.
I wouldn't bother with a tank that goes up to 200 watts. I mean, like, if you're looking at something.
Get a V12. No, don't.
The only thing that's going to do that is a TFV12, which
and
is
Milo 300.
And the Milo 300. But at that wattage, man, you've got heat. You've got a lot of heat in a small area. You're talking about your tank getting hot, the mod getting hot, everything getting hot because of it.
Difference between Procore Remix and Procore Aries. The middle part.
Yeah, so the Procore, the standard Procore basically only uses standard coils, and it's got that glass cap. The Procore Remix, I don't know if you have yours handy, Cam, but it's actually a full, like a tank that you can then put a glass part on to be an RDA, or you can put the RTA section in and use it as an RTA. I find it much better than the original Procore. It uses the same coils for the pre-made stuff.
Also, like the top.
Yeah, the top fill is amazing, because it's not like your push down turn or side flick. You push forward and flick it up, and it goes full like that, and it's quite a sturdy one.
Header, RDA and RDTA, if you guys have seen it. Yeah, definitely. See, it's so hard to pick an like a pre-made tank of the year for me. Crown 3. I do really like the Vapourium. I've only used it. I probably used it for like an hour when Aaron brought it into work, and also the Procore. So 3, man. I'll take 3. Fuck it. Oh, Tom's beeping.
Cam. Test servers are up until the release of 1.0.
I know, I saw that.
Means we get a full
week.
9 more days of enjoying it. Sick. Anyway, moving on from past the games.
On the show. Back to...
Yeah, the V12 just loses all flavor.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot of, to me, just seems like basically most of it. I've heard a lot of bad stuff about the TFV12s in terms of flavor, comparative to a lot of the other stuff that's out there. And I'd much rather have
a juice company for a V12, honestly. Like,
yeah, you do.
It's the vacuum of
juice. And you also have to take into consideration that, like, that juice that you've got in your tank is, so you're obviously heating it up to vaporize it, but as you're heating it up and vaporizing it, that coil head is actually exerting a lot of heat inside the tank, which is heating all the juice around it, which if ever you have had the experiment of putting a bottle of juice into like a pot of water and heating it up, not to boiling point, but just below it, kills all the flavor. So
Yeah. What the hell? Did you move the pink into a big bottle? You lazy shit.
Mate, this tip's so much better than...
Yeah, that's true.
It's like fucking stupid.
Oh.
So anyway, from the tank, I think the
We're red.
only natural progression would be to go to favorite. Let's go favorite Squonk of the year first. And you know my answer.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the same as mine.
Yeah.
Because I haven't put it down since I got it.
For me, hands down, the Dot Squonk is the epitome of what a Squonk should be for price and for performance.
For performance, yeah. It's
for $150 compared to my Archon, which is about $350 to $400. I don't use the Archon a lot. I use the Dot Squonk a lot more. 12 ml capacity bottle. I think they've done it perfect there. The squeeziness of the bottle is perfect. The conductivity in the mod itself is stunning. Like, it hits like a freight train. Price wise, it's actually in reach of most customers as well. It's not too expensive, but it's not too cheap in the sense that, like, you can tell that you're getting what you pay for.
Yeah, you're getting quality.
Yeah.
I mean, not to bag Tony's product, Tony B. The Pulse, it's a great unit. It's not my favorite Squonk of the year. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, in front of me right now, there's like 1, 2, 3. There's like almost 10 Squonks. And out of all of them, I continue to keep going back to the Dot Squonk.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think the Drip Tech might take over because of triple.
Yeah.
Because changing batteries once a day over changing batteries. Well, actually, no. With the Dot mod, I've been changing them once a day as well because 0.3 build. But yeah, you know, it's just easier.
I reckon with the Drip Tech, the biggest benefit is being able to build a lot lower. I
haven't pushed it yet, but
other than that, that's the only thing that appeals to me about the Drip Tech ones is the low builds. Not necessarily battery life, because at 0.05, 0.06, you're not going to get battery life on triple para.
No, see, that's a 0.14, and I got from when it turned up this morning to when I left, it was 3.7 volts. I probably could have gone a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because you can drain them way lower than that anyway. If you're not aware of how low you can drain a battery, go watch the episode of where we talk about all that stuff, which I'm sure we've done many times anyway.
Hey, what's up, Anaru? How's it going, brother?
Fucking late to the party? What a lazy guy.
This guy.
Busy. Busy vaping.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, so that's favorite Squonk. Now, favorite tube of the year.
Oh, fuck. I haven't used a tube in so fucking long. That's a hard one. It's either going to be the Endo Armor or the Admiral. Should we do single and then stack? Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, single and series, yeah.
Admiral, 2700. It is expensive, yes.
But not that expensive.
Not that expensive. Does come with a 2700 free battery. And also the silicon case that it goes in, which is in my bag right now, and I can't put it moving. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. It's right here.
I need more of those silicon cases, not the broadside ones, the iJoy ones. The iJoy ones are great. I think they're better than those.
You know where to pick them up, Tom.
I do, for $5.
But yeah, I like the fact that it comes with it. Like, it gives you everything you need to pretty much get going. Yes, I did have the issue of the battery not fitting first time, but after a while, it kind of softened up. As dodgy as that sounds, when we're talking about
battery wraps. It's the battery wraps on the iJoys. Ever since I rewrapped with those battery wraps you sent me, I reckon it'd have no issue with it because it fits in my other mods way nicer as well.
I got me a set. I need to rewrap all my 2700s.
Yeah. My favorite single tube. This is gonna be a fucking annoying one and a hard one for me. I'd have to say my Life Titanium has been the one I've used the most. Like, I cannot put it down. No matter what I do, ever since I put that silver pin in it, my Comp Life Titanium has been with me everywhere. It's dinged up to fuck. It is dented. It's everything. It's definitely lived and loved. My Admiral, I did like, but I sold it because I didn't like it that much. I liked it, but not that much.
It wasn't something you'd write home about,
Yeah. I mean, the quality of the material used in my eyes is not worth that price. If I can say it without dissing anybody. Yeah, I mean, again, it's
personal preference, you know.
Personal preference. To me, at that price point, the brass should not be going flaky. Not flaky as in peeling off. I mean flaky as if you've ever seen those holographic stickers as a kid, where it looks like they put a bunch of flakes together to make that holographic effect. That should not happen on a mod that costs that much, in my opinion. But, you know, to each their own at the end of the day. If you get it coated, it's not going to be an issue, of course, so you'll be sweet. But if it's not, then, you know, whatever.
I'm just going to hold this for the rest of the show, Tom.
Series tube, Endo.
Yeah, Endo.
Soon to be probably the 99 from the Broadside / who is it? Vaporgate and Broadside Company released the 99, which is a Stack 26 650 mod, which is 30 mils, not 34.5, which is what the Endo is. So it'll look a lot better with stuff like the 30 mil RDAs and stuff like that on it.
Even the mod father.
Yeah, and it's the same button as an Admiral. So
there's sort of Sub-Zero looking button.
Yeah, so it's quite nice, clutch system and all that stuff. So I'm hopefully it's arriving soon. I don't know when it's arriving, but it will. Which is going to be good. But anyway, the Endo, hands down, hats off. Can't stop using it. You haven't used yours because you're a pussy, but that's different.
I just need some better batteries. I've been using MXJs in it, which are a 23 amp battery, might I add, or 25 amp battery.
Which is what I use, at way more than that, amperage-wise. But I do use my iJoys. Ever since you sent me the battery wraps, I've been able to fix the battery, which was dropped at Vape Day, which was not dropped by me. You know who you are. You are probably watching, but, you know, whatever.
So it's either Geppetto or Tim.
I'm not saying names. It was dropped. That's all I'm saying. And it did get dented. Not the battery dented, but, like, there were holes in the wraps. So it wasn't safe to use.
It's so warm. I don't know. I'm not yawning. I'm literally holding the fan up against my face.
All right. Now, favorite mech mod that's not a tube of the year. You know which one it's going to be for me.
Mech mod? General consumer purchase or anyone?
Anything.
Outlaw.
Hands down. Hands down, the Outlaw 360 has blown away anything I've used. Blown away the Tesla. Blown away...
Series 2700.
Yeah. Blown away the Crickets. Blown away everything. It's blown away the MCM. It's just perfect in every way. And I believe it to be consumer grade, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, he is producing for a couple companies. I know that Hoopers had some. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, and now Theory
he's also
as well.
doing Theory boxes, which are fucking gorgeous.
But it's hands down, just stunned me, eh? Like, seriously. Yeah. I can't get enough of it. So, last but not least, there's only one product left which we have not covered, which is...
Cheers. Best juice of the year.
Now, best juice is subjective. It's subjective as fuck. Lawrence, if you're still watching, hopefully you see this. It'll be quite interesting for you to give this sort of comment forward. Hands down, my favorite of the year, I would pick up a liter if I could, is...
Winter Blast, isn't it?
Winter Blast by Illicit. Hands down,
so
Illicit Winter Blast just takes all of my boxes. Every single one of my boxes. I am a fruity vapor through and through. I am a menthol, like mint, like strong mint vapor through and through. The two together is like a sweet, sweet sexual relationship between these fruity and minty flavors. Oh, that illicit winter blast just gets me. Oh, gets me all kinds of hot and bothered.
Like, it's so fucking hard, man.
You're more desserty, so it's quite interesting.
I've vaped some stunning fruits this year. I've vaped some stunning desserts. I've so many fucking juices there. Oh my god.
What do you want to do? Favorite two classes? Favorite fruits, favorite desserts.
Favorite dessert. Well, favorite dessert for me, bakery good, would actually be the granola. I've literally been destroying it. It hasn't left my hand. I've been vaping in 3 different devices all day, every day since I've had it. Literally, Jack, anyone at the Vapourium watching right now, if you really want to see me another bottle, I fucking love you. Literally, I'm contemplating actually doing an order right now for probably like 6 bottles. Yogi granola dessert. If I had to go fruit, you haven't tried it, but there's one we sell at the store that I've fucking been living off, and that's the Hydra. I don't do blood orange. I don't do pineapple at all, ever.
But it works.
This two together, fucking tropical snow fruit juice to me. It's just the right amount of fruit to the right amount of everything else. Like, it's almost like if you just threw some alcohol, like vodka, in a glass with some pineapple, bit of blood orange. Perfect. Well, I sounded like an alcoholic right then, but, you know, worth it.
As always.
Liquid sex, yes, definitely. I need to actually pick up a bottle of Winter Blast tomorrow.
I'd have to honestly say that if I was to decide my favorite desserty, like bakery goods, it'd have to be the Lips and Drips cupcake. Oh, I demolished that in 2 days. Like a 60ml was gone in 2 days. And Jamal, if ever you watch this show, if ever you do, oh mate, it's like, I don't go for desserty vapes. Like, I'm not a bakery good cakey shit vapor. I find it too, what's the word? Decadent. It's too decadent. Yeah. It's too like afterwards. You feel like you've eaten too much shit. So, Lips and Drips cupcake, hands down number 1. This is number 2, by far. It's just really the right flavor. I can't wait to try the peanut butter one. Jack said that's the peanut butter one. Peanut butter one looks interesting, and I do love me some peanut butter on toast, or peanut butter cookies. So I could imagine that would be quite nice. Well, because it is a hard flavor to replicate, peanut butter. So.
Definitely.
But that pretty much concludes the favorites of the year. I don't think we've missed anything out.
Favorite vendor of the year? No.
Favorite wire of the year? Hands down, immolation wire for standard builds, or
fuck.
Kidney puncher for extreme builds.
Fucked up guys. No. Literally, all I've been using is immolation and your guys' shit.
And KP.
I'm just lazy. And KP. I mean, when I can be bothered to build KP, I can't be bothered to build. Let's be honest.
Favorite cotton of the year.
All I've been using all year has been Native Wicks.
VCC.
Fuck you and your.
Like, seriously, I don't know what it is. Like, because I remember I rewatched the episode where we did the different cottons and we went through all of them and we rated them, and we rated VCC really low. We rated it like 3rd or 4th. Amongst all the cottons.
It was hella low.
Yeah, and then I had that puck left over from that episode. Yeah. And I started getting real into it and noticed that it would take 0 time to break in. It was not spongy like Platinum Wicks is.
Platinum.
Nor Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy used to be my favorite, but now VCC just does it for me, The fact that it's fibrous, I really like that. It's easy to wick. It works in squonks really well.
I might have to pick some more up as well.
I reckon retry it and give it a solid go.
$8 a puck, dude.
Yeah, $8 a puck now. Fuck. Like, I picked up 3 pucks through Cam, and it's like, I'm set.
Yeah, say that online so my boss can see it. Shut up, Ben. Love you.
Shout out you Juice Bar for having VCC for $8.
True that, dude. I can't get over that price. Yeah, I might pick some up tomorrow. Fuck it.
I honestly reckon give it a good chance. something like the Haku would love VCC because of how
I
it
want to try
sits.
RTA.
Huh?
RTAs.
Yep, I've got it in my Modfather, my Sherman. I've got it in this. I've got it in my Gorge. I've got it in my Icon. Every single one I'm so happy with.
That's good.
Like, I don't get any weird flavors from it. I get a real clean flavor, and it's instant. Like, as soon as I wick, drip, vape, it's there. It's not like I have to wait a day.
See, for me, it would taste strange. Because it is, what is it, Supima cotton or whatever it's called.
Whatever the fuck it is. To me, they've worked wonders. Llama, alpaca fur. But yeah, that'd have to win it for me for favorite cotton of the year.
It
I don't
feels
think
like
there's...
Virgin's hair. Yeah, exactly, dude. It feels like Tom's hair. It
Yeah,
definitely does.
yeah, it feels like your beard clippings. Oh, wait. Fuck off. See, I've just shaved mine off like not even a week ago and I'm regrowing. I think that's all the classes, eh?
I think it is. If anyone can think of anything else.
Favorite
free to-
vape device that's not vape? Because I know you've got two. Like, favorite thing that aids your vaping that is not a vape device. You've got two of them. You probably have more than two. So you've got your cleaner, and then you've got your, what is it? Vape mate? Whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, the vape nut.
Yeah, so you got your vape nut, and then you got your ultrasonic cleaner.
Oh. See, if I'd say favorite thing that I've got that's used for vape, it would be the Eddie stand from Lawrence, because that thing is just fucking so...
Oh, yeah.
It's chocker, but out of those two, I do love having an ultrasonic cleaner at home. The vape nut, yeah, it works great. I actually took it to work because the warehouse area of the store obviously is where we all have breaks. So I took it there so that, because one of our guys doesn't vape anymore, he used vaping for its, intended purpose. And
Intended purpose.
which is
Blow
to,
sick clouds, bro.
quit smoking. And he did. And there's still virgins around. Damn it, Anaru.
Cam's proof of that being around.
But the ultrasonic cleaner would be the one I would say is, it's not a necessity. It's definitely not a necessity, but it's definitely handy to have. Because if you're using international juice, your shit gets more than just cakey. It gets sugary and gunky and
on your coils.
Manky.
So the ultrasonic cleaner to me fills a lot of purposes, not just coils. So you've got your coils. You can clean your coils really easily, dunk them in, turn it on, walk away, come back, they're done. Do it a couple times and you get pristine coils.
Yeah.
The other purpose is cleaning mods. It gets
I've been
rid of...
using it for addies, man.
Yeah,
a lot.
addies and mods. It gets rid of any crap that's in your addy, any crap that's in your mod itself. Like any mech mod you put in there is going to come out basically brand new when you pull it out. Gets rid of all the build up on the threads and everything.
Shit, yeah.
So to me that really stands out as a device that I believe most vapors should have. It's fairly cheap, $70, $79?
$80 and
$79.
then including with mine I had to get a New Zealand wall adapter, because thank you Ronit for not putting that on the Vapo website, that it doesn't come with a New Zealand wall adapter.
That needs to be on the website.
It's so hot, I can't stop.
It needs to be on the website though, definitely. Like,
does the vape nut work okay? Yes it does indeed. I mean, it's good for a room my size. Tom's currently DIYing his own vape nut.
I'm almost there. I just need to cut those slots, hang the fans from it, HEPA filter in the bottom, and then
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. That'll annihilate a vape nut, and that will cost you about $10 versus
Instead
the vape
of
nut being like
100
100 and something.
I think it was 120. I can't remember.
Yeah, so I'd rather spend $10. So Anaru, the way it cleans mods, you put your tube in there, in the ultrasonic cleaner in the little
Mine's on the
basket.
other side of the room.
You turn it on a couple times, and basically the ultrasonic vibrations will cause the grease, the build-up, to detach itself and then float freely in the water, versus your
to the bottom.
And sink to the bottom, and then your mod's basically free of all the gunk and shit. The best trial I've had with it is with my Scoundrel, which the threads are really hard to clean on a Scoundrel. especially the internal threads of pins you can't get to on any mod. So basically you chuck all that shit in, turn it on about 3-4 times, and it is pristine. And if you put it in there, you haven't cleaned it, put it in there, turn it on, you can sit there, watch it, and you'll see clouds of shit coming off it. Like, it is insane, the amount of shit that comes off your mods, because it's all hand grease, juice, residual juice, and all that kind of stuff, which just basically cakes onto your mod. But yeah, that's definitely that. So, Cam, while you're here, do you want to load up Facebook comment picker? Because I can't while I'm streaming the show.
You could have told me that before the start of the show, because then I would have done it before I started slamming beers.
So just a quick iteration here. We're gonna dry it. We're gonna for my grow room. Oh, the filter thing? No, that's for vaping in the beard and having the green screen.
Anaru, you're not supposed to tell him, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, you're not meant to tell anybody. I wish I had a grow room. What? We're gonna do the draw for the Theory Liquids giveaway, which was 5 60ml and a Squonk Theory Squonk. So Cam's gonna load up the comments and do all that stuff. And then after that, we'll do a quick shout out to certain people that we've been hanging around this year, and then we will bounce.
Oh shit! Okay, so we've got
ass flakes.
Ash flakes.
That only happens if you shelf your mod too much,
or if you've been running around and it's a dry day and you're not sweating. It's like Dax, but worse.
Shut up, Cam.
Okay, let's do this. So paste, and I'm gonna push the so 226. Let's see who the lucky bastard is. Oh my gosh, was it taking so long, Tom?
How many entries?
226 unique.
Boy.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That laugh tells me something.
It's Mike Lay.
Really?
It is indeed Mike Lay.
Not that guy.
Good old Mike. Mike Lay.
Really, Mike? Really?
Good work, Mike. Good work.
Anyway, Cam will post that up on the page so that he knows, and he shall contact Theory Team to get his giveaway sent to him.
I already know Mike uses Mick, so we should be good.
Just on a quick note, when we did the review last week of the Theory Juices, we have talked to the Theory people since then. I made a slight recommendation on the frozen Skittles to swap to something that's a little more minty and less colade, so you can really differentiate the two Skittles. I'll be receiving some V2 frozen Skittles this week, which me and Cam will cover in the new year. Apparently, it's like cold. Huh?
I tried some today. Shout out to Cam Brewster bringing in that new mech mod that I'm not allowed to talk about. But I did try some of the new frozen.
What do you reckon?
Skit.
Better? More frozen? Yeah. Anyway, since that's done, Mike Lay, contact us, Dick. Anyway,
shout out everyone out there. Thanks to the vendors this year.
All right, so here comes the shout outs. So first of all, I'd like to thank every single vendor in New Zealand, not just the ones who have sent us shit over this year. The ones who have been fighting for our cause basically since the beginning of the year. Everybody really, because every single store, every single vapor, every single shop, so on and so forth, they're all contributing to this movement that we're trying to do. We're trying to get this shit down packed so that we're all safe in terms of vaping. Whether it's to do with safety in batteries, mods, yada yada, whether it's to do in safety, vaping around certain places, yada yada, all that kind of stuff. Really massive shout out to the vendors who work so fucking hard. As for individual vendors who have sent us stuff, I think it's a massive shout out to Vapourium for sending us a whole bunch of shit this year, as well as Theory for sending us a whole bunch of juice as well, and the other vendors that we've come across who have sent us juice to review and go through.
There's been so many, dude.
There's been so many. I could spend like 6 hours listing them off, but you know, we're on a limited time frame here. But it's definitely a massive shout out to them. As for the people this year, there's a couple of shout outs. So personal shout outs for me would be Richard, who has done his job and worked hard this year. Shout out, Richard. You're working hard. Good job. Keep going.
Good time to work.
And David Laws, if you're watching as well, mate, fucking much appreciated. All the work you've done. Really appreciate you as a person, as well as a vapor, as well as the rest of the shit you do for us and putting up with our shit. Massive shout out to Anaru for coming on the show and doing such a fucking great job this year, really picking it up, doing all the safety side of vaping, which is the most important thing anyway, and the way you cover it, the way you cover it as well is so easy to understand, so easy to watch. It's the type of thing you can sit down and just watch the whole episode and learn a fuckload. And I really, really, really enjoyed his review on the Aeromax. That's why I wanted to pick one up. That, and because it's 28 mils and my Sherman fits perfectly on top of that. But anyway. But yeah, like, you gotta have that matchy diameter, otherwise everything looks fucky.
Same to Billy as well, man. I mean,
yeah,
taking time out of his day.
That was massive, man. Billy Taylor coming on the show, talking about the new Kohu mod, which is going to be released real soon. That he showed on the show as well. That was exclusive. That was fucking beautiful. And for the conversations as well, just the normal chat. And that's where it's so nice to see a company, you know, that's producing a high-end mod with somebody at the top of that company who's just so approachable.
Yeah.
And who's so friendly and nice and just a normal human being. That's definitely fucking, you know, breath of fresh air to see. Not being all high and mighty about said company and all that stuff, which is brilliant. I think that's how life should be lived. It shouldn't be a matter of having you own your company and you're high and mighty all of a sudden, which we have seen. AV. We have seen. But yeah, massive shout out to Tim as well. Tim Pound, you've fucking stunned me so many times this year. Sending me an MCM series mech for nada. Pro bono, which was a shock, man. I received the package and I'm like, there's like a battery case in here or something? What is this? Open it and I'm like, oh shit. So definitely a massive shout out to you, bro. Thanks for putting us onto the Modfathers as well.
Oh yeah. And the free Modfather hat.
Been with us since day one, man. Like, hands down. Next, I want a Modfather RDA because that shit was. That's all I can think.
Gene Francis.
Yeah, Benny. Gene Francis. Shout out for coming on the show and talking to us again. Somebody who's humble and, you know, normal human being, owns a big company. You know what I mean? Like, just that relaxed mindset. It's just beautiful to see in people. Aside from that, massive shout out to Jack.
Shots and Pochanks, Jack.
Shots and Pochanks. Hey. Well, now it's Shots in Los Leone, but you know, whatever. Massive shout out. You guys don't know what we're talking about. For the PUBG. Friendship this year. It's been great. And
dude, I must admit, like, this year, probably, well, it was our hardest full year. Starting the year with the sponsorship from Vapourium, and then being like, shit, we've got a sponsorship. And then the whole year, it's just gone from one strength to another.
Well, we started the year with 200 people, 300 people following us on Facebook. We're now at 1,700, basically, close enough to it. So it's been a really, right now,
you're not subbed. Sub.
It's been a really crazy year, real mental. But as in terms of personally, mate, shout out to Jack. You've been here for us as a friend and as a person to shoot people with, which is great. Yeah, for sure. By people, I don't mean real ones. I mean video game people. Just to clarify.
Getting us arrested over here, Tom. Shit.
Yeah, mate. And massive shout out to Cameron for being a beautiful bitch that you are, and putting up with my shit and looking so good while doing it.
This is why I became an alcoholic, Tom.
That's right, mate. We're like vape married anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been asked that many a time. But yeah, shout out to everyone, all you guys watching as well. Anaru, Tom Goodwick. Thanks for tuning up almost on time, every time, almost.
This one time, man.
This time, 2 minutes before the show starts, a couple weeks ago, half an hour late, you know. But, you know, it happens. And I wouldn't do it with anyone else, as we all know. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. What date are we back, Tom? Because I cannot remember for the life of me.
The 11th of January, the closest Monday to that, which is the 15th, I believe.
Yes, so it's not the day after my birthday, so I don't have to do a show hungover. Fuck yeah.
When's your birthday?
The 10th, my dude.
Oh yeah, Sophie's is on the 6th.
Which is the Wednesday.
Yes, so massive shout out to everybody. If you got any personal ones, Cam, go for it. Go mental. And then I'm going to end the show here, man. I need to go eat some food, clean the house, all that.
Shout out, Mum.
Fun shit.
What's up, Mum? Nah, it's...
Shout out, Mum.
You pretty much got it all out there, man. Like,
shout out, Denise.
Going from working as a chef to working in a vape shop. Fucking awesome. So shout out to my bosses. You know who you are.
My bosses, also, you know who you are.
Dwayne, Ben, Aaron. And then obviously Vapourium. I have to say a massive thank you to Maya, Cody, Joe.
Everyone.
Fuck, there's so many. Charlene, Megan, Ruby. Oh, Jack, Jamal, love you,
ginger
Jamal.
Beard, man. I want his ginger beard now.
Yeah,
give it to me.
It's been a long road.
It's been a long year, but then at the same time, this year's gone by so quickly.
Dude, I know. I fucking know, man. It's crazy to think in like 3 weeks it's 2018.
Yep.
Oh god, and then I have to do another whole year of a show with Tom.
Oh shit. We've got nothing lined up.
We really don't.
But
okay,
anyway.
Exciting news coming at the start of the year. So there will be some new products reviewed. I am picking up a new RDA tomorrow, which I'm actually going to have a month to look at and fuck with before we do a review on it.
Yeah.
And also Tom should have his next week as well.
We'll be playing around with new shit.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, other than that, guys, mainly a big cheers to you guys for tuning in and dealing with our 1 hour of us talking shit, and reviewing shit occasionally, very rarely.
And sometimes it's just an unorganized show. No topic in hand. Just talking shit.
Just a dick.
But that's life.
And that's about it.
But anyway, guys, we're going to go out on some clouds, get some dinner and us and all that shit. Probably shot some pochanks. We'll see.
I've already had dinner, so I'm just going to have beers and shot some pochanks. Oh, I'm going out on the new mod because